Hey, what's good? Hey, it's Rob Low the Star, and hey, I want to welcome y'all to a new segment I got called Let a Dog Roam. Hey, I'm pushing up on local businesses, uncovering their origins, their experiences, and hearing their backstories. And hey, right now, I'm standing outside of Sammy J's Beauty Bar, and hey, we about to go inside and see what she got going on. Come on. Hey, what's good? Hey, this is Rob Low the Star, and hey, again, this is a new addition that we are adding to the channel called Let a Dog Roam, where I am pulling up on businesses, and man, we gonna get their background, their story, and how they got where they at. And right now, dog, right here in Sammy J Hair Bar, right?
Sammy J Beauty Bar.
Beauty Bar. Correct me. Yeah, Sammy J Beauty Bar, for sure. How you doing today?
I'm doing awesome. Thank you for having me.
Oh, I appreciate you. I appreciate you for having me.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I really want to kind of get on into it. What even inspired you to open up your own salon?
You know what? Honestly, I've been doing hair since I was a little girl, a little jit, right?
Okay.
I started off doing, first off, I'm the oldest kid, the oldest grandchild, oldest cousin, right? And so I kind of started off with just like my nieces and nephews, my brothers and sisters, my cousins, the family. And then as I got older and progressed, I just kind of winged off and started making wigs and stuff like that. And so I'm a first generation entrepreneur.
Okay.
I come from a long line of nurses and CNAs, and I don't know, just watching the women in my family struggle with these type of jobs just made me feel like I didn't want a job. I didn't even want a career.
Yeah.
I wanted my own business.
Yeah.
At a very early age.
Sure.
Yeah. So that's kind of how I got started. I just, seen the opportunity. And at the time, my mama used to be like, doing hair ain't no business. That ain't no job. And I'm like, listen, I'm going to show you.
Straight up,
right?
Straight up.
So, yeah, that's kind of how I got started, just doing hair for the people around me, my community, you know what I'm saying, my family.
For sure.
Stuff like that, yeah. I probably started when I was about 13. I'm
Okay.
33, so 20 years.
You a vet.
Hey.
No, that's veteran numbers, you feel me?
Period.
So the name behind this.
Yes. So Sammy J, I used to work in a salon, and I'm gonna shout her out, Salon de Jars.
Okay.
She's actually one of my mentors. When I worked there, we came up with mafia names, right? And mine was Sammy.
Okay.
And so when I ventured off and opened up my own business, I was just trying to find all, different type of names that I felt like fit, you know what I mean? But she made a huge impact on my life.
Okay.
And so at that moment, I was like, well, why not give flowers where they do? I'm going to keep this name, right?
Sure.
And it's just stuck with me,
Yeah.
And so I got my hair name and my salon name from a previous salon owner who I worked for back in the day. Yeah.
Okay.
And I still talk to her just about every day.
See, that's dope. That's the connections, man.
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
Dope. That's dope. What made you fall in love with it?
Oh, listen, it is definitely trial and error.
Okay.
But I think the main thing is being able to have somebody sit in your chair and transforming them and making them feel beautiful.
Yeah.
And allowing people to feel beautiful from the inside. I deal specifically with a lot of women that have hair loss from whatever medications that they use or, trauma from different hairstyles, alopecia, things like that. So for me, it was just about allowing them to feel beautiful in the skin that they're in and showing them that regardless of what the appearance is on the outside, you can do whatever you want to, right?
Yeah.
My grandma used to call me a woman of many faces because I used to do my hair so many different ways. One day you might see it might be red, black, and white.
Yeah.
Next day it might be green, yellow, and black,
Yeah.
And so I just kind of enhanced that and started allowing the women that was around me that felt like they couldn't do those things. And just start implementing it on them, giving them the courage to step out of their comfort, basically, and try different things.
Changing lives more
Yeah.
than anything too. Just even
Yeah, definitely.
That's dope. So what sets Sammy J's apart from other salons? What do you think?
Well, I think one, it's more so I give an environment of a family, right? When you step in here, you don't feel like you're walking into a salon.
Yeah.
You feel like you're walking into your sister house. You know what I mean?
Straight up, yeah.
Your cousin basement. You know what I'm saying? Getting that, you know, there is no judgment. It's a judge-free zone. And then just, I don't know, making sure that I enhance and allow people to come as they are.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I feel like they gotta come in with a certain look, right? They don't have to feel like they're putting on a show or a front, you know what I mean? And another thing I feel like I offer is education. So education is really big to me being a salon owner. Anybody that has ever sat in my chair, they will tell you, even with just meet me the first time, I'm gonna educate you regardless, right? Even if you don't want it, I'm gonna give it.
Straight
right?
up.
So I think that's another thing that sets me aside. You have right now in the area that we're in, so many popcorn stylists, people that is just for the time being, right? Or they offer specific services, but nobody really knows anything about the health of hair. Right? They don't know how to grow hair. They just know how to do the style. Right? And so for me, it's about educating people when they come through this door, showing them what to do when they leave, right? How to grow their hair outside of the wig that they got on top of it. Allowing them and teaching them about products that their body needs based off of what they're lacking, you know? So education is probably the number one thing for me. And that goes for educating my clients, educating other stylists that come through the door that work with me, and educating people that are not my clients, right? Giving game to people just outside of my salon, period. You know, I think that's the number one thing, just the education for real.
I should have came in here. I feel like I should have came in here together now. but okay, so within that, what do you think is some of the challenges that you feel like you face is just being a salon owner?
Challenges. You know, in every business you have challenges, right? But I think one issue that I face is, one, I'm not a really big social media person. Okay. And I'm just now getting into it, right? And starting to post and stuff like that. But I'm not a pick-me type of person. So, you know, my services, my business, and my standpoint of how long I've been in this business speaks for itself, right? And so with that being said, I think the biggest challenge for me is reaching people that need to reach me, right? Reaching the people and having an impact on the people that are looking for me. And that's because I'm kind of like in this box a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I feel like now in the time that we're in, if you're not causing a lot of chaos and ruckus on some of these social media platforms, you kind of go unseen. You know what I mean? And you know, you can meet a person 1,000 times and they'll still act like they don't know, excuse my French, who the fuck you are. And it's like, come on now, you know I'm big dog. Quit playing. Quit playing with me. Why you playing in my face? You know who I am, you know what I'm saying? So I think that that's a challenge for me, is just reaching the people that's looking for me, that want my service, you know what I mean? And that, you know, I don't know. I think that's mainly what it is. Yeah.
Seems like there's been some changes in the game from what it sounds like. You've been in it for a while. So from what you're saying, it seemed like it have been like, what is some of the top things that you feel like that you've noticed that have changed since you've been in the game though? And I feel like you've highlighted a few already, me just listening to you.
Yeah, well, okay, so like the hair industry used to really be big on word of mouth, right? Meaning, you know, you see somebody, where you get your hair done at? You know what I'm saying? And they like, oh, I'm going to her. You know what I'm saying? Well, now it's the word of mouth is social media. It's not direct contact. You know what I'm saying? It's virtual. You know what I mean? And so if you don't have that virtual presence, then you kind of go unseen. You know what I mean? And I think that that's probably the biggest issue, because when it's all said and done, what you see on virtually is not what the actual experience is. You know what I mean? Like, just because they had you know, some big bouncy curls at the end when you took the video, doesn't mean that, you know what I'm saying, that service was bomb as fuck.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that, you know, that stylist took the time to make sure that they shampooed their hair, deep condition, trim their ends, you know, put love into their hair, right? And me personally, I'm a healer. And these hands touch several heads. And so I think that, you know, that's what we're missing. We're missing the healing part behind being a hairstylist. We're missing the part that's actually the most beneficial. You know what I mean? Because we're just offering these popcorn services. We get them in, get them out, charge them, whatever the case is, they'll be back in 2 weeks. That's not what it's about. When you used to go to the salon back in the day when you was younger, you'd be there for hours.
Come on,
right? You've been and heard your grandma, I mean your mama talk to the hairstylist about XYZ. You know what I'm saying? They probably didn't had a heart to heart. They probably didn't had lunch. The whole nine. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what we need to get back to. You know what I'm saying? It takes nowadays it's taking the personability, the personal out of the salon. You know what I mean? And so I feel like that's a really big issue, a really big change. Not even an issue, but a really big change. I think also a really big change in the industry is the fact that you got a lot of stylists that put in work, worked hard to go to school, get their license, build their clientele, market, network, right? And now we've shifted into, again, a virtual universe where nobody's doing that no more. You know what I'm saying? You can go take a class for $200 and be considered a wig specialist. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, what about the people that paid $25,000 to do this? You know what I'm saying? And so I think that that's another thing, because what ends up happening is that you have these people that are offering these services doing these things, but then you have us, the people that are professional and that are healers, that have to come behind them and fix the damage that they've caused. You know what I mean? Because the things that they offer are only momentarily. They're not long term. You know what I mean? And so I think that that's probably another big change in the industry.
I better go to people that's got some love in their heads.
Listen, that's what it's about.
Walk around looking like
don't even say it. A true dog.
No, straight up.
For real.
Man. Okay, so right now, what do you think? What hairstyle do you think is kind of like it's kind of like dominating right now? What do you think everybody's popping out in right now?
Oh, you already know. You probably already, the lace fronts got them on a chokehold. You right? They got them in a chokehold, which is cool because everybody want that sophisticated, voluptuous, sexy, you know what I'm saying, appeal. You know what I mean? So I think the lace fronts is what kind of got us on in a chokehold right now, because you can get them and they look so realistic. However, the chokehold is suffocating their asses. Because nobody is taking care of their natural hair up under that shit.
I done seen some videos.
Listen, to the point where, you know, they have no choice but to wear the lace fronts. And a lot of people don't realize that. They think, oh, her hair stay laid. She stay with a fresh lace front on. She can't take it off, baby. If she take it off
this year, I want to see what's up under them lace fronts.
Listen,
I want to see what's up.
Do they got edges?
You just made a lot of sense.
Yeah, definitely.
We want to see what's up under them lace fronts, man. Right,
Definitely.
Man, how do you stay up on top of all the new styles? What's coming in? What's changing? Like, how do you try to stay, I guess, like ahead of the curve, man?
So one thing I will say about being an entrepreneur in the hair industry is that continued education is a must. Just because you got your license and just because you offer services does not mean you don't have to invest in your craft. So I think that that's the main thing. You have to invest in your craft. You have to change with time. You have to teach yourself. You know what I mean? And so even if that's offering a service for a discounted price until you get it and it's like immaculate, you know what I mean? Or, you know, watching YouTube videos. Me as a stylist that's been in the industry, I got a few ladies that work with me. I still be sitting back when they doing certain shit like, girl, how you do that? Okay, let me see. the edges. I'm cold with it now.
Yeah, come on.
But it took these little Gen Zs to come in for me to be like, now, how did you do that?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be willing to invest in your education, and you have to be willing to learn from people. It does not matter if they just got in the game, if they've been in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, continued education is a must in the beauty industry, period, regardless of what level you're in or what nails, hair, skin, whatever the case is. You know what I mean? And so I think that would be the number one thing that I would say is just investing in your craft, taking classes, continue education, and being open-minded to learning from other individuals, regardless of what level you feel like they on. Right? Because each one teach one.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? If I can't teach you and you can't teach me, then what we doing?
Facts.
You know what I mean? And so, yeah, that's the main thing. Some of these girls don't like that though. You know what I'm saying? And I done ran across a few of them. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like you won't really make it nowhere in no industry. If you're not willing to be an open book and give and take. You know what I'm saying? So
you seem like you take a lot of care, and that's a beautiful thing, especially with you dealing, like you say, with even in customer services, dealing with people's heads, man.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
What's the most rewarding part to you with being able to own a salon and just being in your position?
You know, the most rewarding, it's a few different rewards that I would say. I probably got a list of them.
Okay.
I would say one is watching a stylist that's came and worked with me, that's brand new in the industry, watching them grow, seeing them go off and take flight, basically.
Yeah.
I come from a environment where when you left the salon, the owner will be mad. Damn, you know, because you are a really big, what's the word that I'm looking for? You're a big impact on their business is what I'll say, right? So I think one rewarding thing is watching these stylists grow and be able to go further and being able to say, hey, you know what I'm saying? I met her when she was XYZ, you know what I'm saying? I kind of taught her the ropes in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? And watched her grow. Another thing that's rewarding is just hearing people talk about your work. You know what I mean? Like on any given day, I could run into somebody in the streets, in the Walmart, no matter where, and they be like, hey, you do hair? Yeah, you did my such and such hair. You know what I'm saying? You did XYZ hair. And I'm like, really? You know what I'm saying? I'll follow you, or please keep doing what you doing. You know what I'm saying? Getting the inboxes from people, even when I have my bad days and I'm like, shit, this shit getting hard, this shit. You know what I'm saying? People just like, keep going. We see you. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how much of an impact you've had on me. You know what I'm saying? Those things are rewarding. You know, seeing young ladies, I've probably been doing their hair since they was 3 and 4. Turning around, hitting 19, 20 years old, and now they're like, Sammy, I'm about to go to hair school. I'm about to go get my license and do hair like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are things that are rewarding, knowing that I've made an impact on the world, you know what I'm saying? And the people that's around me, and knowing that I've taught them something that they can grow from, you know? I just feel like if you're not making an impact on the world and teaching people and allowing them to grow from that, then what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we're here for. If you're not doing that, then you're not serving your purpose that God got for you. You know what I'm saying? So those are just a few of the things that are very rewarding for me. You know, having those impacts on people, being there, being noticed, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, mainly, it's very rewarding, very rewarding.
It seems like you love your clients.
I do. My clients are like my family.
Yeah.
You know, I've been doing hair specifically since I was 13. I'm 33. I'll be 34 this year. So that's going on, 20 years? That's a long ass time. That's more than half of the time that I've been alive. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying?
You a vet.
Yeah, you know, so the recognition sometimes on social media, it don't bother me, but then it does. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I ain't new to this shit. I'm true to this shit. You know what I'm saying?
So she got her stripes.
Period.
Straight up.
On my
straight
back.
Up. You feel me? Straight up. Hey, okay, so with your clients, right, what is one of the funniest or the most memorable moments that you've had with a client, or even a hairstyle that they done came in and asked for, and you like, girl, you really want that?
So let me tell you, because my clients, they know I ain't one of them stylists. One, I'm not money hungry. First off, which means for me, if you come to me and you look for a service that I feel like you can't get, or I feel like it doesn't fit you best, I'm gonna tell you. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I can say I've done a service for somebody. And it turned out, it was funny to me. Might not have been funny to them, But, you know, I'm telling them like, hey, this ain't gonna work. I don't think this fits best with your face. I don't think this fits best with what you going for, or whatever the case is. And then, you know, they want it so bad. But then we get done and they like, well, this ain't what I imagined. And I'm laughing like, I know. I told you. You was like, I ain't even gonna go there because they might even know who I'm talking about what I said, right? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I just think that, you know, in my salon, we of course have a no judgment zone, but we have fun. Right? We have fun. We laugh. We talk shit. We gonna bring up what happened last time. You know what I'm saying? All of that, you know. So I think just the ongoing relationships and the ongoing revolving door with the clients that's been with me and that's came in and sat with us, because sometimes they just come and sit just because, you know what I'm saying? Those are the type of things that cracks me up, because we be sitting here having conversation. And that's salon talk, baby. Yeah. Listen, that's salon talk. Ain't no telling what you go hear when you walk up in here, right? Yeah. But we gonna try to keep it cordial, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I've had some situations that's been a little crazy. I done had people from out of town. I know one situation, I could talk about this. When I had a lady move down here from Mississippi, and she came and got her hair done. She came to a consultation. And during the consultation, she was, you know, kind of weird. She kind of like gave us a lot of information that we didn't need to hear. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think it's because we offer that type of environment where it's just so lax and so chill. When people walk up in here, they feel like they family. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like they come in and they unveil, like, you know what I'm saying? Take a load off, you know. And so, girl, she must have came up in here, got her hair done. And while she was here getting her hair done, you know, she was talking about different religions and this and that. And then she got to speaking in tongue, and she got to doing this and got to doing that. And then she got, when I tell you, the environment, we couldn't do nothing but sit back like, oh my goodness. Yeah. But when she left, we was like, bruh, did you hear what the fuck?
But
you know what
I'm
saying? But we let her be her, right? We didn't stop her. We didn't judge her. You know what I'm saying? She laughed a little bit. We laughed a little bit. When she cried, we kind of, you know, got a little silent. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, you never know what you gonna really interact with. You know what I'm saying? You never know who you, especially when you meet new people and having, you know, getting new clients. So it's a lot of different things, but, you know, I can say that we've had some really good moments and some really bad moments. It just depends on how you address and how you take them. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that discernment to be able to be like, okay, I ain't gonna dive into this. I'm gonna just let them do what they doing. You know what I'm saying? Or that discernment to say, oh, okay, well, you might not be the client for us. Right? Because our money ain't good money. For sure. You know what I mean?
How do you handle them situations usually?
Listen, I have no problem with telling somebody that I am not the stylist for them. Gotcha. I have learned that.
Sammy J is very direct.
Very direct. My business is my business. You know what I'm saying? Just like when you go up in Dollar Tree, Walmart, they can refuse business to who they want to. Yeah, because you have to protect your peace. You got to protect your energy. I got a sign up that say check your energy when you walk through this door.
At the door.
At the door. At the door. Check your energy when you walk through the door.
Man, okay. Do you have a favorite style that you like working on?
Favorite style. Okay, I do. I love doing silk presses. Okay. I love being able to show a woman with 4C, curly, thick hair that may be a little dry, a little crunchy, that she can have silky, smooth hair that's like a, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love transforming, you know what I mean? So I would say the silk press is probably my number one and my most favorite service to do, because the transformation is so drastic. And most people that come, they already be hesitant, or they've already had a bad experience where they felt like you ain't gonna be able to do it. Okay.
You said I got you.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, test my gangster. I got you. Okay. You know, so I would say that would be my favorite service at the time being doing is silk presses, especially with our women getting into our natural instincts and our. I'm in an interview. Hold on.
Okay. So, Sammy J. What would you say is the biggest lesson that you feel like you learned, but you wish you would have learned it earlier though?
Ooh, biggest lesson. So I would say I have a really, really, really big heart, and I want to see everybody win.
Okay.
So I would say over the years, I've spread myself thin with just trying to make opportunities for people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Give people the same opportunities that I had, but more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm a giver.
Okay.
So I can say that I've allowed people to take advantage of me because I was given so freely.
Yeah.
Right? So I would say that at this time, I would say tell myself to take a step back, right? Pay attention to my discernment and what I feel.
Yeah.
Right? Because everybody does not deserve to be in your space or doesn't deserve your energy, right? And I would say that would probably be the number one thing, is just taking a step back and knowing that people will use you as much as you will allow them to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Regardless if you see the benefit to it, right? Or regardless if you see how it can upscale you, sometimes it ain't the best. Yeah. Sometimes you just have to let bygones be bygones and let things be what they are. So yeah, another thing that I would say is don't allow people to dim your light based off of how bright they think you should shine.
Yeah.
I can be somewhat of an extrovert, right? And so I can honestly say that I have allowed people to dim my light over the years. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? By just being intimidated by the exposure that it can bring, right? I'm not a confrontational person. I'm not the type of person that, gotta be in front of the camera or need the attention, you know what I'm saying? And so me not being those things and sitting back has kind of caused me to allow a lot of opportunities to pass me, because I've realized that stepping into those lights come with certain things. And at the time, I wasn't ready for them, right? But when you growing and glowing in the love of God, you got to take that thing by the horns. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna protect you regardless of what's coming your way. Sure. You know what I'm saying? So mainly keeping God first, keeping that faith, you know what I'm saying? Keeping your eyes on a narrow, you know what I'm saying, path. You know what I mean? Those would be the things that I can honestly attest to.
Sure.
Yeah.
What's your motivation? Right now, where are you pulling from right now?
So, my motivation, I ain't gonna lie to you. Over the years, and this is something that God is showing me now. And I'm sorry, y'all, I'm a spiritual person.
No, talk
you know
about
what I'm saying?
it. Yeah,
so,
no, you good.
I, everything I do, I reflect back to God, right? So I will say that over the years, I always did everything for my family, right? I'm the oldest child, you know what I'm saying? I'm first generation to graduate high school, you know what I'm saying? First generation to make it past a certain age without having a baby, you know what I'm saying? First generation to get married out of in my family, you know what I'm saying? Like first generation for a lot of different things, you know what I mean? And so I think that over the course of time, it was mainly for them, but in these past few years, I've been so drained, right, with doing it for the family. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because the family don't always put in or do it for you. You see what I'm saying? And so we think that the family is how we gonna get to the next level. Yeah. The family is what is how we get that business. The family is how we get that promotion. But it's not. Those people that's already in your corner, they're in your corner because they love you for who you are, not for what you can do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so I would say just now, it's my son. Okay. Right? In the past year, I've had a little boy. And thank you. Now it's about building that legacy. Something that I never knew nothing about previously. I knew I was building. Yeah. I knew what I wanted, but I didn't understand why. For sure. You see what I'm saying? But now I understand. It's the legacy. I got to make sure that I leave a legacy for all of those to come, even behind him. You know what I'm saying? So I only got one, but I got shit ton of nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, leaving that legacy and making sure that I have an impact in this world before I go, you know, at the end of the day, if you're not leaving an impact on your community and in the world, then you haven't done anything in God's eyes.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? Because it's all about being obedient and serving Him. So by serving Him, you serve your community. By serving Him, you have an impact. By serving Him, you leave a legacy. By serving Him, you teach. By serving Him, you know, you see what I'm saying? So everything comes through that. You have to allow it to flow from you. Not through you.
Come on.
You see what I'm saying? And so that's where I am now. This legacy is different for me now. I can remember about 2-3 years ago, I was like, Lord, I don't know what I'm doing it for. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I'm just doing it just to do it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody understands, you know, the struggle that you go through as a business owner when you're trying to build something as a first generation or from scratch, or when you never had nobody to teach you. I didn't come from no entrepreneurs. I didn't come from nobody that had no business, no, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't come from none of that, right? My mama was a CNA all my life. She wiped ass. I told myself I didn't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? My daddy, street nigga, right? Just now in his 50s, really getting a 401k because he was always, you know what I'm saying? So the hustle mentality is in me, you know what I'm saying? I get it honestly because that's where I come from, you know what I'm saying? But understanding how to do it the correct way,
Applying it a different
you know what I'm saying? Applying it a different way
way
to where it actually means something, you know what I'm saying? Later on down the line, you know what I mean? Most of our black owned businesses, they don't last longer than 5 years because nobody teaches them how to successfully run a business, and don't nobody teach them the longevity behind it. You know what I'm saying? How to properly file your taxes, your losses and your gains. You know what I'm saying? We just go as people. We see a vision and we just go for it. We don't think about nothing else that come with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of that's where I'm at with it right now at this very moment. Building a legacy, being obedient to God, and serving and having an impact on the people around me so much that regardless if I'm here or if I'm up under the ground, I made a change in the world.
So you know a lot of games, Sammy.
You know.
OMG, listen. What's your greatest achievement thus far as being a salon owner? I'm sorry. And just thus far, because you're just getting started.
I am just getting started.
Thus far,
I am just getting started. I would say my greatest achievement is being able to employ other entrepreneurs.
Yes.
That right there to me is the biggest of it all, right? Because if I can't employ somebody to be able to take care of their family, you see what I'm saying? Then my salon really ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? So to be able to house other stylists here and to teach them and to grow with them as a unit, you know what I'm saying? And to put my defenses down and learn from them, you know what I'm saying? And different things like that. I feel like that's a huge achievement for me because when I started off in other salons, and in other salons that I used to work at, the HBIC didn't want to hear what she felt like you felt like was better to do. You see what I'm saying? Like, there was no constructive criticism. You know what I'm saying? There was no, well, I know you do it this way, but this way works too. You see what I'm saying? And so I think that will be one of my best achievements as being a salon owner. Being able to employ and house stylists that are growing in their talent and teach them along the way, you know what I mean? And have an impact on their life to where when they think about it 20 years from now, they be like, shit, I got started in this small shop called Sammy J Beauty Bar. Come on. And she gave me the game, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I was grateful to have somebody do it for me, you know what I'm saying? So what kind of hypocrite would I be if I didn't give it back, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that would be one of my biggest achievements in the salon.
Do you have any celebrities hair that you would want to do?
So I'm gonna be honest with you. My favorite celebrity in this world is Cash Doll.
Okay.
If I can get my hands in
Cash.
that head, Cash,
Come on,
baby,
come on. Next
you
time
come,
you Kansas City.
come to me, okay?
Sammy J Beauty Bar.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Straight
ma'am.
up.
I cannot wait to go see her in concert. I'm gonna slide her one of them cards, a little flyer, maybe even a wig. There you go, Cash.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
straight
saying?
up,
But
straight up.
she is somebody whose hair I would love to do just because she's just a genuine person. She down to earth. You know what I'm saying? A lot of her morals. We share a lot of the same morals, and I feel like we kind of, been in the same place in our lives over the time. Okay. Like she's a style. I mean, she's a celebrity that I feel like it's a sister. You know what I'm saying? Like she don't know me, but I feel like I know her. I can relate to her. You know what I'm saying? So she would be one of the main celebrities that I would say that I would love to do her hair.
We putting that in the universe.
Period.
Cash down.
Period.
Come on down.
Come on down here to KC, baby.
Hey, straight up. All right, we're gonna wrap this up. I got one last question. Sammy J and Sammy J Beauty Bar. What's the next big goal that you got? Not if you ain't gotta put it out there. Just what is the next thing that we can expect? What you got coming?
So right now, it's a few different things that I'm doing, but right now, I am improving my hair care line because I do have a hair care line that consists of natural hair care products, shampoo, conditioner, oils, braid sprays, hair growth oil, lock gel, the whole nine.
I see you pointing at I'm getting some. I'm getting some.
So improving my hair care line, offering more digital products. So I would like to advance myself in teaching. Right. My biggest thing is to teach other people, right? So I want to start doing digital products, digital classes, online classes on how to do certain services at a discounted price, you know what I mean? And then last but not least, I'm going to this year add being a hair loss specialist to my belt. I've been dealing with hair loss with people for years. I've grown people from bald to hair down their back. You know what I mean? So that's something that I'm going to implement a little bit more now that I'm back running. You know what I mean? So yeah, being a hair loss specialist and providing services to people that have medical issues, right? But allowing them to be able to pay for these things through their insurance. So something that we don't know about in our community because they don't really talk about it. One, a lot of us are on Medicaid and shit like that, right? So they don't even offer that, right? Yeah. But to the ones that do got some type of insurance through their job, things like that, those services can be paid for through your insurance.
You dropping some game.
Yeah, and see, I shouldn't even say it all of that. But you know what I'm saying? That's just a little bit of, what I'm looking forward to doing here in 2025 as far as growing and elevating myself as an individual in my salon. Is just applying more pressure. My daddy always told me, pressure bust pipes. That part, right? So I'm gonna apply the pressure and watch these pipes around me. Boop, 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 boop. Bust, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, while a diamond is being made, of course, in the rough.
That way. I'm ready to see the flood. The flood is gonna be the blessings, you feel me? Coming
overflowing. Definitely.
Us at the Doghouse, we wish you nothing but success and all of that, man. Y'all gotta come and see Sammy J at Sammy J's Beauty Bar, man. We gotta come back. We gotta meet the other great ladies that work here with you.
That's right. Yeah, we usually have a full house. I'm grateful that we didn't have nobody here today, right? Because usually it's a full house, but I kind of had to do a little, hey, anybody working today? Because I got some stuff going on. But yeah, definitely I would love to do another round of this with the ladies. You know what I'm saying? That way everybody can understand and see what we actually do here. You know what I mean? Can get the feel, the vibrations that we offer here, right? It's nothing but good vibes and positive energy and healing going on. So that's what we got, and that's what it is.
Hey,